Hello everyone. As you can tell from the title of this video is going to be about Pepto Diarrhea. I realize this is kind of a departure from what I've been discussing. It's a health topic. It's kind of a departure from what I've been discussing the past few months, but trust me, you're not going to want to miss this video because it is related to what's been going on, and I really think you should hear this. Everyone should hear this video about Pepto Diarrhea. Okay, now Pepto Diarrhea is kind of a funny name, right? It's Pepto Diarrhea. Would you ever want to take something called Pepto Diarrhea? Anything called diarrhea, anything at all. Like, would you want to, like, if somebody pointed to a meal and said, it's called La Diarrhea, bon appetit? Would you eat it? Would you eat La Diarrhea? La Diarrhea. So, what is Pepto Diarrhea and how does it work? Okay, Pepto Diarrhea is a new product. Not going to say who makes it, but you know who makes it. You can look it up. It's quite easy to look up. And Pepto Diarrhea is supposed to stop diarrhea. And how does it stop diarrhea? It's got antibacterial properties. It's got antibacterial properties, but you take it internally. And apparently, it's supposed to it's so powerful. It's so potent. It's just like taking an antibiotic, except it doesn't go through your whole system or your whole body. It just stays in the gut. So it only affects the gut. And it goes in to your gut, and it's a bactricide. It kills all bacteria. Kills them all. All the bacteria there are, it kills them. So, what about COVID-19? What you have to realize is that COVID-19 is a virus. COVID-19 is a virus, and it can't be killed by a bactricide. It can't. Stuff that kills bacteria does not necessarily kill viruses. Now, there's some things that will destroy everything organic. You shouldn't even get that stuff on your skin, like bleach, for example. Bleach kills all living things. It destroys their molecular structure, so they can't survive. So bleach for example, will destroy, let's put it that way, will destroy coronavirus, because coronavirus actually really isn't even alive. But it will destroy coronavirus. Bleach will. What you have to realize is that Pepto Diarrhea will not, and I repeat, not destroy coronavirus. It only kills bacteria. Only bacteria. So you have to realize this, and you have to take this into account. You have to realize and take into account that Pepto Diarrhea is not a cure for COVID-19. It isn't. All it does is kill bacteria. So why am I bringing you this video? Just to tell you that Pepto Diarrhea won't destroy coronavirus, and that won't destroy COVID-19, because right now Pepto Diarrhea is on every channel. It's all over the media. It's all over TV. They're advertising it everywhere in the hopes some people that are a little not very sharp will think, oh, maybe this is a cure for, maybe they've come out with a cure for coronavirus. I'll take it and see what happens. And some people, and really is, Pepto diarrhea really is like Trump's suggestion, taking disinfectant and drinking it down. Taking disinfectant and drinking it down. You know what that does? It kills you, right? So why would you want to take Pepto diarrhea if it's like drinking disinfectant? And by the way, drinking disinfectant doesn't cure coronavirus either. Doesn't. But Pepto diarrhea stays in the gut. That's that bismuth stuff and maybe a few other ingredients, and it stays in the gut, kills all bacteria. Now, why is this a problem? Why would it be a problem? I'll tell you why. Okay. In your gut, inside of your gut, you have something living called your gut microbiota. Gut microbiota, also, sometimes people call it your internal flora and fauna, or not mostly fauna. I mean, flora and fauna usually is talking about plants and animals, and it's really hard to classify a bacteria as either a plant or an animal, but usually bacteria are placed into the flora category. So, yeah, it disrupts the gut flora, disrupts it, maybe even kills your whole gut bacteria. It's just like taking an antibiotic. It's just like taking an antibiotic. It goes into your gut, and it kills all of your gut bacteria at once. It kills them all there are. It's just like taking an antibiotic. Now, you want to keep those guys alive, okay? Those gut bacteria serve you all the time. They're creating butyric acid, which, it's a chemical. Very healthy fat. It's very nourishing, nutritious fat for your body, produced by your gut bacteria, and it can prolong life. So, what else does the microbiota do in your gut? The microbiota in your gut, what does it do? Well, it can prevent leaky gut. So, you've got these sentries here. There's sentries. There's a mucosa lining. It's very thick if you've been eating a lot of vegetables. You don't have to be a vegan. You just have to eat a lot of vegetables. It's very thick mucosal lining on the inside of your gut. Protects you from bad chemicals getting through into your bloodstream, bad food substances getting into your bloodstream. Really prevents you from becoming allergic. So you can get allergies if your gut mucosa by either antibiotics or Pepto diarrhea. What else can happen? Well, I'll tell you something. If you've got a leaky gut, you've got bare patches in your intestines where everything is exposed and anything can get through. Guess what else can get through? COVID-19. Ooh. This was something they said wouldn't happen before. Okay. They said, well, people don't generally catch it through the oral route. People don't catch it from food. People don't catch it through their mouth. People catch it breathing it into their lungs, and that's how people catch it. Very rare for people to catch it via the oral route. And even if they did catch it via the oral route, how would they prove it? Think about that. Think how scary that is, that you can't, even if you catch it through the oral route, you can't prove that you caught it through the oral route. You can't prove that you ate something bad that had COVID-19 on it. You can't prove you caught it that way. So if you can't prove that you caught it that way, who's ever going to know? It's like sweeping over their tracks so that you don't know how you caught it. So if you can't prove how you caught it, There's even a possibility you could catch it through the oral route. See, this killing all your gut bacteria is a game changer. Changes everything. Because then you're not a normal subject anymore. You're not normal anymore. Instead, you're an immune compromised person. Because, oh yeah, your gut bacteria play a huge role in your immune system. And if your gut bacteria are gone, you're immune compromised, you have a leaky gut, your intestines are completely bare and exposed and ready to be infected by any virus or bacteria. You could even get sepsis. Okay, so you could catch COVID-19 in a way that other people can't if your gut microbiota is dead. If your gut microbiota is dead, you can catch any bacteria or virus, including COVID-19. You become vulnerable. So why would they make this product? Pepto-Bismol does kill gut microbiota, but not as bad. Your gut microbiota can spring back maybe within a day. If they're making something that's so potent and powerful that it's guaranteed to kill all bacteria in your gut, then that's a problem. That's a big problem. They can't claim, oh, this only kills bad bacteria, it doesn't kill good bacteria. No, that's not going to fly. If it's a bactericide, it kills all bacteria. So why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why are they making this? Why are they making something that'll kill your gut bacteria at a time when you need those gut bacteria to protect you? I'll tell you something. If you have Montezuma's Revenge, also a terrible name. Where do they get these names from for diseases and everything? It's so terrible. How can they say that, like, Mexican people? Okay, so you have this disease, dysentery. I don't know what it is, what the regular word is called. You've got this disease. It's in your gut. If you eat healthy, if you eat more vegetables, more fruits, eat fruits and vegetables for several days, your gut bacteria will build up and up and up. Your immune system will go up. The bad bacteria will be crowded out, and your immune system will take care of the rest. Within anywhere from 3 days to a couple of weeks, the bad bacteria, the dysentery or whatever it may be, will be gone. It'll be gone. You'll be back to normal and you'll feel fine. Okay? If it gets bad enough and it gets to the point where you're very dehydrated, then it would be okay for you to have an antibiotic from your doctor if they recommend it. But not before. But here's the deal. This is a very dangerous time to be taking any antibiotic. If you have to have it, if you've got like sepsis, for example, please take an antibiotic. But if you don't have to have it, if it's frivolous, like if you just have a head cold, which is a virus, and then you say you want an antibiotic, bad idea. Bad idea. Not a good idea to be taking antibiotics indiscriminately at a time like this. So take it if you have to. If it's getting to be lethal case of bad bacteria or dysentery or whatever it may be. But if you just have an ordinary case of it, you just started having diarrhea, or maybe the diarrhea has only been going on for a few days and you're sick of the diarrhea, then what'll happen is if you take this Pepto Diarrhea, you will destroy your gut microbiota, which could actually crowd out the bad bacteria. Could actually crowd out the bad bacteria. Your gut microbiota can do that. If you kill the good guys, you might kill the bad guys or you might not. So your dysentery or what have you might get worse after you've taken Pepto Diarrhea, because it's not an antibiotic, remember. It could make it worse. Could get better, could get worse. You don't know yet. But what we do know is that the good guys will be gone and you'll be much, much more vulnerable to COVID-19 through the oral route. If you like raw vegetables or fresh vegetables, you're in trouble, because if you eat raw, fresh salads and you take Pepto Diarrhea, you could be putting yourself at horrible risk. Now I have to hand it to these guys. They're pretty clever. They're pretty sneaky. They were laughing up their sleeves when they came up with the name Pepto Diarrhea. They thought it was the funniest thing they ever thought of or wrote about. They thought it was really funny. They really thought Pepto Diarrhea was funny. I have to admit, these guys, they are quite funny. They can be funny. Okay, but they're not your friends. They're not your friends. They're not nice. And they would do anything to turn a profit, even if it cost human lives. So, write to the people who are the makers of Pepto Diarrhea. Tell them what you think of them selling and actually actively promoting a potentially lethal product at a time like this time in history. Just go ahead and tell them what you think of that. And they know what the risks are. They know they're increasing people's risk for COVID-19. They know all the science. They've got scientists working for them, and they know what it'll do. And they don't care, because put profits first, and maybe even trying to thin the herd, possibly. Not saying they are, but sure, it seems like it at a time like this, and everything seems to add up. Everything. So many clues. There's Trump saying to drink disinfectant, first of all, which was shocking. There's Pepto Diarrhea. There's what Bill Gates said about having to thin the human population by 10 to 15% within the next 10 years. There's the advent of COVID-19 in itself, the fact that it just appeared. There's all of the things that seem to benefit the richest among us as a result of COVID-19, to the detriment of the little guy. And all of these things add up. They're just like pieces of a puzzle. And also, I mean, the fact that we're headed toward war doesn't make me feel any more comfortable or confident. War kills a lot of people. Kills a lot of people. China's involved in all of this. It's got its tentacles spread everywhere. China was involved in COVID-19. China's involved with making a pact with Iran. Iran's involved in provoking conflicts in the region. All of these things add up. It all goes back to China. China's just a tool for the powers that be. It's just a tool. They'll just use it. They'll just use their country, and their country will have power for a little while, and then they'll dispose of them. So it's not pretty. It's not pretty what these big mega corporations are doing. This is a mega corporations doing this, by the way. Um, Thinning the herd however they can. Tell all your friends. Spread this information around. Warn everyone not to take Pepto Diarrhea, or maybe even Pepto-Bismol at this point, since that also kills gut microbiota. You want your microbiota strong. Don't take this stuff. And I'll see you next time.